Thanks for joining. One of the primary missions of Faithfully Growing is to make IFS coaching accessible to all. If you're able to contribute, you can make a tax-deductible donation at faithfullygrowing.com/donate. Grateful for all your support, and every little bit helps. Welcome to another episode of IFS Meditations and Insights, a podcast exploring personal growth through the lens of internal family systems. I'm Tim Fortescue, your guide on this journey, an IFS trained practitioner dedicated to nurturing spiritual wholeness and healing. In this compassionate space, we delve into self-discovery, uncovering inner wisdom. When we embrace all parts of ourselves with love, we can better receive divine love and extend it to others. My hope is that what I discuss here will illuminate your path, bringing you inner peace and a deeper connection to the sacred. Together, we'll learn how IFS gently transforms our relationship with ourselves and the world. So settle in, open up your heart and mind, and let's dive into another episode. Regular listeners will know that IFS is a therapeutic model that views the mind as a complex system of subpersonalities known as parts. These parts have distinct qualities and intentions that shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When conflicts arise among these internal parts, it leads to polarizations, causing inner tension and turmoil. Today, we're going to look at the concept of polarizations and explore their significance. And it may be helpful to imagine that within you there exists various characters, each with their own roles and purposes. Some parts may serve a protective function, while others strive for connection and intimacy. When these parts clash, it gives rise to what IFS terms as polarizations. Understanding these internal conflicts is crucial for personal growth because when we recognize polarizations, we unlock the potential for self-healing and transformation. And to achieve this, we must cultivate self-awareness through mindfulness and introspection. By observing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, or those parts of us inside without judgment, we can identify all of the different parts residing within us. IFS provides a structured approach to addressing polarizations. It involves establishing a relationship with each internal part, comprehending their positive intentions, and fostering harmony among them. The ultimate goal is to attain internal balance and promote personal growth. So, how can you apply this understanding in your own life? How can I apply it into my life? Whether it's through meeting with a practitioner like a therapist or a coach, self-reflection, or exploring resources such as books and workshops, it's helpful to begin by cultivating curiosity about your own internal dynamics in the world. The more that you and I comprehend our parts and their interactions, the better equipped we are to navigate life's challenges. In IFS, the process of addressing polarizations begins with identifying conflicting parts. These parts often hold opposing beliefs regarding what is best for you and me. For instance, one part may advocate for success, while another insists on relaxation. This entails separating the self, or our belovedness, which represents our core essence characterized by qualities like those C's, compassion, curiosity, from the parts. Once identified, the next step is unblending, and this entails separating the self, or our belovedness, which represents who we are at our core, our essence, and it's characterized by qualities like compassion and curiosity and those other C's. And if we can separate those from the parts and realize that all of our parts give us some of the gifts of the qualities of self, the objective is to allow the self to take the lead in the process and let our parts know that they're welcome, they play a part, but they're not alone. And then if you're working with a practitioner, they facilitate a dialogue between the polarized parts. Each part's encouraged to express its fears, desires, and reasons for its behavior. The individual embodying the self listens with empathy and openness. Through this process, understanding emerges that each part possesses good intentions, even if their methods can be problematic. The individual learns to appreciate the parts for their efforts, and this in turn reduces internal tension. And then finally, the therapist or coach assists in negotiating a new relationship between the parts. This may involve finding a compromise or developing a new way for the parts to express their concerns. The end result is a more harmonious internal system where all parts feel heard and valued. And so as I wrap up here, final thought. Internal family systems and the understanding of polarizations offer a unique perspective through which we can comprehend and appreciate the complexities within ourselves. And it's important to remember that the journey of self-discovery is profound, it's ongoing, and when we change on the inside, we can encounter those polarizations in our world, in families and institutions, and externally with more grace and compassion. And we can approach those external polarizations in a more self or beloved, self-led way. So I hope this was helpful for you. Go out and be aware of those polarizations and see if you can stay curious about them. That wraps up another episode of IFS Meditations and Insights. I hope you found today's episode helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you'd share it with anyone else who might benefit. Additionally, please leave a positive review. This helps new listeners find the podcast. If you want more wisdom and meditations, head over to my website, blog.faithfullygrowing.com. There you can find a categorized list of IFS meditations and insights, and it's completely free. And lastly, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on the podcast. Feel free to reach out anytime by emailing me at tim@faithfullygrowing.com. Thanks again for listening and for being a part of this community. Remember to approach yourself and others with compassion. We're all doing the best we can with the tools we have. And I look forward to our next time together. And until then, take good care of yourself. Stay curious if you can, and try to welcome all the parts that you encounter on your journey.